Now, when you get into shooting and you're doing these long takes, you are 10 minutes into a take and you drop a line, or the line isn't delivered in the tone that was in rehearsal that everyone had decided on, or someone steps in front of the camera or knocks into the cameraman or something like that. What happens? How long do you actually have to shoot these scenes?
Well, you just can't. That's the thing. That's the excitement of it, is that everyone was working for, as near on, if perfect ever exists, the perfect take. And that was what was really exciting about it. There was this kind of like inspiring, uncompromising attitude that, like, we don't go home until we get it, until it's right. Like, you can't fluff it and then that's okay, but we'll save it there and we'll take that bit from there. We were gunning for, like, at the absolute best of what we could, of each shot. Like, basically we sort of would plan a shot a day, but sometimes, if it wasn't right, we'd just come back and we'd do it again and again and again. But the kind of excitement is that if it was right on the first take, there's no, of course that use that. Like, if the first take is what's, should be in the film, then that will be in the film. But by the same token, it could be like dozens and dozens of takes after that. So every time you had to give it your absolute all. There was no sort of warming up to it, assuming that they'll use one of the later ones. Every time from start to finish, you just had to try and bring your everything.
Do you remember what the longest take or the most number of takes you did on the longest take?
I think one of the longest ones was like 8 minutes, 7-8 minutes. Yeah. And I actually remember that scene, not to give anything away, but it's a really tense scene. And the thing is, with this one-shot thing as an actor, what it allows you to do is be able to just lose yourself in the scene and just sort of forget that you're actually making a movie for once and just be in that world where it's on for so long. And I just couldn't stop crying after we did the scene, because it was so tense and it was going on for 8 minutes that I genuinely got caught up in it. But yeah, like eight minutes
all
long.
You could ask for as an actor.
Exactly.
It's like, why
so
you do the job.
Immersive, and not only is it immersive to watch, but as an actor being there, it's just the best thing ever, isn't it?
It's kind of like, yeah, that's acting. Like, in its essence, is like just going over the technicality again and again, being so technically aware and preparing to then eventually, hopefully, let go and do something that's, that feels real to yourself and to people watching it.